Hi and welcome back, beautiful Libras. Yesterday, guys, all of my videos had a problem with the microphone, so that's why I deleted the videos. There's no point of watching something you can't hear. Now, Libra, I promised you a bonus reading yesterday because of the amount of views that your particular video got. So I'm going to keep true to what I promised yesterday that you never heard. Libra, thank you so much for all your generosity to me, to my channel. I just write it off as it wasn't meant to be heard yesterday, guys. There was nothing wrong with my equipment. There was nothing wrong with my microphone. I thought my microphone was broken. There was nothing wrong with it. Sometimes messages are meant to be heard, and sometimes they're not meant to be heard. So I'm going to take it as that. Libra energy, thank you so much, guys, for your support. Thank you so much for your hitting the like button. It encourages me. It helps promote the videos. It helps reach people who need to hear the messages. Helps me pick up on your energy. Thank you for all your subscriptions, guys, and your loving kindness. What more can I say? Celebrate. Going with the flow. There's a reason you're in sanctuary right now. There's been a tower here, but it's been a beautiful unfoldment. You are rebirthing. New moon. Promise. Ancestors bringing you in love and compassion and grounding. There is a whole lot of power in the lightning here. It's helping you focus, causing you to release, to gain your strength back. Be vigilant. This is a vision quest. Somebody may have broken their promise to you, but something is changing. In this stillness, Spirit knows that you are innocent here of whatever, and you are returning to solitude, to nurture yourself, to regain your energy, your strength, to trust your instincts. There is music and harmony here, and things flowing to you effortlessly here. What's going on for the beautiful Librans? A yearning, a desiring for something or someone. You've gained a new perspective. You're very sovereign, independent, following your intuitions. This is divine love. A soul connection with someone. Looking for true love, loving someone or something. You've had to surrender. It's looking like there could be some kind of helpful people who may have confused someone. Charming them. Don't worry, there's justice here. You're moving forward, and you're walking right into sacred alchemy, getting your courage and strength back, step by step. You've awakened the witch within. It's funny, guys. Every time I say the word witch, there are those who understand it and those who do not understand it. I put witches' bells on my community posts. People saying right away, oh, you're sending out evil, you're doing something evil. No, in fact, this is the goodness. We all have spiritual powers. There is none of us that do not. Some of us have it more than others, but we all have that. That is that connecting with your inner self, amplifying your energy, manifesting. So when I say witch, I'm not talking, everybody hears that word and they jump to conclusions and assume that you're doing witchcraft or something. I'm not talking about witchcraft. And quite honestly, someone actually put that in my comments when I was advertising the witches' bells. Witches' bells traditionally are used to ward off evil energy from dark witches. Okay? So that being said, when I say the witch within, that means gathering your own energy to manifest something beautiful for your life, warding off negative energies that are trying to keep you from accomplishing that. This is a high priestess of light. This is someone who uses their manifestation gifts for good intent, good purposes, helping people, helping heal people. Lord have mercy. Walk away from these fools, because divine intervention is taking place here. You know, just saying. This is a light worker. This, you know, people hear the word witch. Do you know how many people, that's condemnation. Look at how many healers were hung, burnt at the stake. Many of these were herbalists who had the ability to heal people. Shamans. Oh, they gotta be witches. Burn them at the stake, get rid of them all. It is fear of the unknown that causes people to do that. An unawakened, unaware energy. Light workers, oh my God, are doctors, pharmacists, people who have healing gifts, herbalists, Reiki masters, all kinds of, you know, no good deed goes unpunished, right? So when they hear the word witch, they assume that you're doing witchcraft, but this is a light worker. This is someone of the light that uses their gifts to help heal other people in one form or another. That is sacred alchemy. They do not use their gifts concealed. You know what I'm saying? They're open. They're of the light. You can always tell a light worker from a dark worker by the fruits of their labor, by the fruits that are produced by their divine gifts. Now, that being said, you can have a street person who is a light worker that you don't know who you're entertaining. But people should be able to tell intent. You know, if you're awakened, you can tell who is of the light and who is of the dark. Look. They have nothing to hide. They're out there. There's someone else who went against the light, concealed their motives. There is always someone who tries to take down people of the light, people who use their gifts for good. But Spirit is right in the midst of it all. A miraculous turn of events. What's going on here? This is an awakening. It's causing an awakening. Somebody is supposed to let go of a pattern. Just breathe. This is to do with relationships. Having to accept something. Let's pull on a few of these shamans here. What do the shamans have to say? You know what? You know how many visionaries, healers have been executed and destroyed? It's horrendous. These are people who have been sent to heal other people, the earth. They have divine purposes. I don't know if any of you remember, like, oh my God, now that's got to be about 40 years ago. I watched a documentary, a National Geographic documentary of tribesmen in the Brazilian jungles. Their shamans had cures for cancer. Their shamans were curing people in their villages, and the National Geographic was the first cameramen or investigators that were ever allowed access into the village. And the only reason that they allowed National Geographic into the village is because the tribesmen were, the jungles were being burnt and destroyed. Their medicinal healing herbs were being destroyed in the fires. They were slash burning their medicine was being burnt up, and people in the villages were becoming ill, and they had to travel further and further and further to gain these herbs, these medicines from the yew tree that they were collecting. Now, that was over 40, maybe, my God, no, 50 years ago. And I remember watching that documentary, and I started to cry. And these tribesmen allowed the National Geographic in. They watched them and allowed them to see what they were collecting, what roots, what barks, what herbs they were collecting, and how they were healing people in their villages. And that is the same. They destroyed these tribesmen. There were very few of them remaining. They were actually murdered, executed. That was 50 years ago. And if they couldn't kill them, then destroy their way of living, their way of healing. That was an actual cure for cancer. Oh, but they were evil because they were tribes people, unsophisticated people. Give me a break. People gotta grow up. Joy and knowing. The ancestors of knowing. This is family. And trying to exile people from the light. Exiling people. Jumping to conclusions and assumptions about people of the light. Come on now. This is life. This is love. These are gifts of the tribes. I cannot make it up. Who are highly honored. Should be honored, not exiled. What is going on here, Spirit? Spirit's getting frustrated. I want to cry. And I have no reason to. How many light workers and how many healers have been exiled, driven into exile because of judgment, because of persecution? This is terrible. When their gifts are of love and honor and respect, and they're handed down from generation to generation to generation. So somebody should have been grateful for the gifts and the love that they had, the joy, the knowing. Instead, they exile. And leave these people in hermit mode. Sudden events or changes. The world, a brilliant success. The freedom to go in any direction. A journey that is now complete. I mean, we're in a new era. We're in the new world. We're in a new world. Now we have people that do things maliciously, and we have people that do things out of joy and love and light. And it's time to let those old be the best at what you can be. And having the strength here to endure. Now look. What I find interesting about this particular strength card, there is a lion and a lamb. Some people saying it's tame the beast. But in this particular card, I see that, people come in like a lion, but they all go out like a lamb. They might be ferocious on the earth, but they're all made meek. And the meek shall inherit the earth. The ones that are of the light, the ones that are full of joy, the ones who endured, the ones who tried to heal the world, help the world. Every knee shall be humbled and bow before the Master. Information that can help you, but may be also difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness. An indigo child or an adult. And a child shall lead them. Because children are innocent, pure love. They have no judgment. They have no... They're pure. High Priestess. Trust your intuition. Use careful reflection before taking action. Insights that come through meditation. Choices made from the heart. A return to good health. The Lovers. The Lovers does not always mean a romantic love. This could be a love of what you do, a love of the earth, a love of the world. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. This is listening to your heart, intuitive insights that you can trust, taking care of others, perhaps too much. Queen of Summer, someone loving, comforting, emotional, and intuitive. I'm telling you, they're pure of heart. This is someone who would give of themselves This is someone who loves deeply. That's what makes an empress an empress. Someone who has always helped out those who are less fortunate. Caring for others. Maybe too much at times. The truth. This is a soul mate, a soul connection. And for some of you, you are an indigo child or a chosen one, a light worker, an intuitive, a leader, standing up for divine truth, speaking the truth, a truth speaker. A child shall lead them. This is someone who is a gifted child. This is someone who has had this gift since childhood, was born for this mission, was born to do what they do. Cannot help how we're born. We're born this way. You know what I'm saying? See, I told you. Someone concealing the fact that they're actually a manipulative person, concealing that they're actually a liar, a cheat, or a thief. Maybe accusing this soulmate of being a magician to cause deception, to cause illusions. But they're not. Because people are like envious and jealous that they do not have these gifts. They're envious and jealous because this is a divine truth speaker. I'm just saying. They have nothing to conceal. They are truthfully authentic. They see through the magician and the deceptions. They see through people. They cannot help it. They're born that way. What do you want from them? And that's why, like, people get angry and resentful of this. Maybe it's family. Oh, they're going to hurt you. Turn your back on them. You know, walk away, walk away. And they pushed you away. The very thing that would have given them support. The very thing, the accusations, false tongues, people who speak with forked tongue. What the hell is this? Block them. Why? Because of tradition. It's the Empress. Oh, they're an illusionist. Blah, blah, blah. They're this, they're that, they're the other thing. Reject them. They're doing spell work. They're doing this, they're doing that. Accusing people. Fighting, arguing. Stand strong, man. This person should have stood for you and protected you. And instead, they got their own selfish little greedy ways in there. I'm sorry, but gave this gift to another lover. Breadcrumbing. This is the person that they shouldn't have trusted. This is the person that they should not have trusted. This is the person that they see? Speak with forked tongue. I'm sorry. This was generations of this bullshit. They sit and spy, and they see you getting a victory, and they are dramatic change here. Okay, listening to these friends, listening to someone going against an earth angel. This is someone who is an indigo child, who has been gifted since childhood for their craft. And this one speaks out and says, ghost him. Fear-driven. Ooh. I don't know. Told ya. That's that lion energy, man. This light worker has the power to tame that lion. Why? The lion is not afraid of this light worker. They know that. You might have noticed this, like, animals are comfortable around you. Like, that's the lion tamer. You know what I mean? This is, look, this person loved. They're a divine match, okay? Strength, courage. Look. This is a light worker. Come on, a high priestess from the stars. This is an indigo, a star seed, a healer. And what do they say? They're the devil. Judge them. End it. They're the devil. What? We're in a new age. We're in the age of Aquarius. You cannot take these beliefs into the new world. These belief systems have got to fall away. It could be the very thing that saves your life. It could be the very thing that saves your son's, daughter's life, your life, these are life givers. These are healers. Shamanic gifts, healing gifts. They are judged. Rumors, gossip. It's like judging them as being the devil. Look, those who judged will be judged. Because this judge, the Almighty, I don't know. Why do people live in this energy? Out of fear? I don't know. Fear of the unknown? I don't know. But this is the new positive movement. Why do people judge? This is the age of Aquarius. This is a new world that we live in. Those old assumptions, those old judgments have got to fall away. Because these are healers that are sent to give healing energy to the world, to people, to help them and assist them. I don't know why they're judged so harshly, but that energy is not going to be allowed in the new world. Because our technology, guys, is changing. There are certain things that cannot and will not be overlooked. If someone has pure intent, if someone has these gifts and are judged so heavily for them, it's like time for a new outlook, perspective on things. It's like there's a famous saying, you know, when you're in the trenches in war and people are unbelievers, they sure learn to call upon the Lord's name when they're in their time of need. It's not their mother's name or father's name that they call out for, it's the Lord's name. Please help me, God. You know what I'm saying? Don't jump to conclusions. There are many, even in religion, and they don't believe in this type of philosophy. They actually do, the higher ups. I mean, you look at the churches, they have their spiritual gurus. They have their anointed who can cast out demons, who can perform exorcists. It's just not talked about. It's concealed. But each to their own belief. But be careful of judgment, because these might be the very people that have the ability to save your life one day. These are the innocents, the pure. So many of you have been judged falsely. falsely accused. It's almost like, you know, all these shaman energies, people believing, oh, it's hocus pocus, oh, it's magic, it's this, it's that. No, it's pure love. It's pure intent. You would not be given those gifts had you been of that intent. You wouldn't have those gifts. They would be stripped from you. And if someone goes rogue and uses those gifts for ill intent, they're under severe judgment. And they will not have those gifts. They will be taken from them. These gifts are intended for good, for love, for joy, for honor. And those who use them for ill intent will be exiled. There's been many healers, thousands upon thousands, who have been exiled, executed for their gifts. Some of them are seers. Some of them have foresight, can predict calamities, which is preserving humankind. Whatever. It's fear-based. People's fears, which means lack of understanding, lack of knowledge, or been trained to believe certain things that may or may not be the case. We are all born with certain amount of gifts. One of them is intuition. There's not a person on the earth who wasn't born with intuition. It is society that takes those gifts from us, makes us afraid of expressing the truth of our visions, of our gifts. Which is why we're losing valuable information along the way. If you have those gifts, don't give up on those gifts because of persecution. There's a lot of amazing energy when it comes to Libra. Libras are the keeper of the scales. Libra is sent to the earth to bring justice to the people. It is innocence. Those who are innocent will be vindicated. Take care.